And you. I would like to say bravo for this great news series. This is for me a great mix between X-Files, Doctor Who, and Ghostbusters. In few words, how can you define the series Truth Seekers, please?
So Truth Seekers is I'm glad you said Ghostbusters because no one has said that yet. I'm glad you like that. Yeah, Truth Seekers is a mix of all three. It's essentially a show about two installation guys, broadband installation guys who go on a journey of self-discovery and supernatural discovery. I always feel like all the characters have a mysterious past, and that is what we will bring to light as they go on through their journey. So yeah, it's full of horrors and fun, I suppose.
What can you tell us about your characters in this new series?
Elton. So Mike, I play Elton, who is a happy guy, really down to earth, that wants to just kind of live a normal life. As I said, he has a really intense and traumatic backstory, as we'll see in the series. But he really wants to just live a normal life, have a normal job. But then he encounters a man, Gus, who has other ideas and is into a world of secrets that Elton didn't think that he'd have to step back into.
What can you tell us about your work with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost?
Oh, they're amazing. I always loved work. I've always admired their work and grew up watching a lot of their stuff, like Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, which are like one of my favorite, like few of my favorites. And it was really nice to be able to hang out with them on set and kind of soak up a bunch of information about stories and their lives, and especially in the scripts. Like, they gave me a lot of freedom to just be myself and just to enjoy the character and play the character how I felt he should be played. And so did our director, Jim Field Smith, who was just so cool with giving us as much freedom to roam as possible.
What was the scene which was difficult for you to play?
What was the what?
The scene to play. What was the most difficult scene to play for you?
What was the most difficult scene? I think there was a hospital scene. And in the hospital, when we were filming, it looked really scary in real life. Like it looked as if there were real ghosts in there, that we didn't even need to get any actors. We could have just stayed there for a night. So that was difficult to see, mainly because I kept laughing at one of the scenes, and for the fact that it was really scary.
Do you believe in some supernatural activities?
I think there's a sense of everyone believing that when there's a sense of supernatural or spiritual elements that are around us. It's just about where they are coming from, through the floors, in your bed, in your cupboard. Who knows?
What should be for you a great sci-fi series?
A great sci-fi series. Do you mean if I was to make one myself? If I was to make a sci-fi series myself, it would be sort of like animals, right, with superpowers kind of thing. I don't know, something like that.
Before to play this series, have you read some books or watched some movies or series to give you a good interpretation for your character?
Yes, I watched a bunch of ghost hunting stuff. I watched a lot of Scooby-Doo. I watched a lot of old school kind of horror movies and stuff, because Truth Seekers is kind of pays a homage to the old school kind of ghost comedies and ghost sort of genre. So I watched a bunch of stuff from back in the day as also, yeah.
Do you have any directors that you would like to work with?
Do I have any directors that I'd like to work with? Yes. Yeah. I would love to work with Jordan Peele.
Of course.
Yeah. If you're gonna ask, we've got to go big. I'd love to work with Ava DuVernay. Who else? There's so many. There's so many. Quentin Tarantino. I love all those guys.
Which are your current projects?
So right now I'm doing, obviously, doing all of that stuff. I'm doing a show about paramedics called Bloods, where I play an ambulance paramedic, and doing that. That's a comedy. And Julian Barrett, who's also in Truth Seekers, is in that. And then I'm doing a movie soon, but that I can't really speak too much about. But I'm doing like a nice comedy movie, very soon.
Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, mate.